Disney Star Wars doesn't feel like Star Wars. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly why that is. Now, this was a very difficult video for me to make, so I hope you watch it to the very end so you can truly understand. Enjoy. When George Lucas created Star Wars, he did not envision a civilization that was just humanity but more advanced. He envisioned something completely different. I mean, just look at the cockpit of the Millennium Falcon. It looks very analog. A lot of levers and buttons. The technology in George Lucas's Star Wars didn't really have wireless technology or digital for that matter, yet it still felt advanced. I mean, just look at this scene where Obi-Wan Kenobi is trying to get R2-D2 to turn on the elevator. Look at what R2-D2 is doing. R2-D2 is physically interfacing with the computer of the ship to make it go up and down. There is no wireless technology, no Bluetooth, and that's exactly how George Lucas envisioned it. This is his way of taking us to a galaxy far, far away that doesn't resemble anything like Earth. That's why when Star Wars Theory gets mad about bricks, he kind of has a point. Listen to what he said. But first, just some context. Star Wars Theory is reviewing an episode from the Disney Plus show Andor.
It's just whatever. It's honestly a kind of a forgettable show. Look, acting was great. Cinematography was great. The writing was good. But it was a lot of little things. I mean, when we saw the camera in the previous episode, there were like screws in the wall. When we see certain architecture, it's just bricks. You know, it's not smooth stone or sandstone or whatever it might be that was in the prequels or the originals, which kind of gives you the feel of Star Wars. The whole thing about Star Wars is to feel like it's from a galaxy far, far away. It didn't do that.
Now, when this came out, Star Wars Theory got a lot of flack for it. A lot of people were saying that he was just nitpicking, but he has a point. When we see things like bricks and screws and things that we see here on planet Earth, it kind of brings us back home, and that's exactly what George Lucas wanted to avoid. He wanted to take us to a galaxy far, far away. That's why George Lucas avoided using actors that were well-known. And that's what people mean when they say that Disney Star Wars doesn't feel like Star Wars. I mean, here's an easy one. Here's something easy for you to understand, okay? In all of Star Wars, under George Lucas's run, you never once saw a piece of paper, because the concept of a piece of paper, or books for that matter, did not exist in the galaxy where Star Wars takes place. It's a completely different type of civilization. They use things like data cylinders. You know, those things that look like pens? They're essentially keys and USB drives that have your identification in them. The more you have, the higher rank you are and the more access you have. Jedi and Sith and Force users for that matter use holocrons. Holocrons are essentially mini computers that use the Force to hold information. Holocrons are a type of technology we haven't seen anywhere else in all of sci-fi. And that is the genius of George Lucas's Star Wars. So I can't tell you how upsetting it was when I was sitting there watching The Last Jedi and I saw this. Books. Books in Star Wars. This is the first time that we saw books in Star Wars, and it makes perfect sense why Disney did this, because they don't understand Star Wars. And that's why his Star Wars is the real Star Wars. But you let me know what you think down in the comments, and like always, don't forget to subscribe.
Do it.
Sensational.